Happy Sunday Tuesday, everyone. Today we have a new team. Villain, this is Tuco Salamanca from Breaking Bad, made by Elnath. For this fight, they'll be fighting alongside Ermine and Fright Train, mostly chosen because of one specific thing they both have in common to help their gimmick work a bit better. They'll be fighting against the Raven, Freedom 6 Absolute Zero, and a new variant for Antiquarian, Darkest Antiquarian, based on Darkest Dungeon. This fight will be take place on Wonderbolts Academy, so let's begin. First of all, let's set up here. At start of the game, put this card into play, shuffle the environment deck, then flip this card. This card is not considered in play. At start of the environment turn, if there are an equal number of token symbols flight pools, discard the top card of each deck and shuffle the environment trash into its deck. Otherwise, play a top card of a deck associated with the flight pool with the most tokens on it, then remove all tokens from that flight pool. The second time each turn hero card display, add a token to the flight pool. The second time each turn a villain card display, add two tokens to the villain flight pool. Now with that, once more, we'll be going with the team villains in turn order to explain how each of them works in a more easy way. First of all, Fight Train. Instead of the game, Fight Train enters play, one track warrior side up. Engine of is put into play, the villain deck is shuffled. I know Fight Train's turn. Fight Train deals a hero target with the highest HP, 3 melee damage. We won't check advance and challenge since we're not doing neither of those. Engine of Destruction, ongoing. Increase damage dealt by Fight Train by 1. Increase the first damage dealt to Fight Train each turn by 1. So we're then going to play with Locomotivation. Reveal the top card of Fright Train's deck. If it's a Nemesis card, discard it. A Fright Train regains 5 HP. If it's not a Nemesis card, put it into play. So we get a Nemesis, so he basically does nothing. Highest then takes a total of 4 damage with the plus 1. That's Antiquarian. And that's it. Raven. They're going to play Boomerang Equipment. Power, the Raven deals up to 2 targets to projectile damage each. Then we're going to use their base power. Ready for anything. Power, discard top 4 cards of your deck. Put one tactic into play from your trash or hand. So we discard top 4. Then we're going to play Strike from Above. Tactic. Ongoing tactic. When this card is played, the Raven deals up to 3 targets to melee damage each. Then destroy all their tactics. When this case destroyed, you may use 1 power. So we're going to then hit Fight Train for 3 because I have plus 1 taken. Ermine, and we're going to also hit Gonzo, which will explain what he does later, so don't worry about it. We draw a card, that's it. Ermine, start of the game, Ermine enters play, con anti-extraordinaire side up. Concert Prado is put into play, the villain deck is shuffled. At the end of Ermine's turn, the top card of Ermine's villain deck is revealed. If it's a one-shot, put into play. If not, it is discarded and Ermine deals the hero target with the second lowest to melee damage. Concern Prado, ongoing. At the end of Ermine's turn, discard top card of each deck. Now we play. Long Gone. One shot, each player discards one card, Ermine regains 3 HP. Then Ermine regains, so they're back to full. End of turn, we reveal top. It is not a one shot, so we discard it, and second lowest takes 2 melee damage, hero target. So that would be one of the 26, was a Raven. And then we discard top card of each deck. That's it. Absolute Zero. They're going to play Isothermic Transducer. Equipment Limited Module. Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals one target that match cold damage. Then we're going to use the base power, Elemental Wrath. Power, Absolute Zero deals one non-hero target to cold damage. We're going to hit Fight Train, then we draw. That's it. Tuco. At the start of the game, Tuco is put into play South Valley King side up. Tuco selects the bluest hero to be his nemesis. For that, we'll choose Absolute Zero since, as you can see, he's quite blue. And we'll use this green nemesis token as a reminder. Light Detector and Blue Sky are put into play, then put a random thug into play, shuffling the rest back into Tuco's deck. Gameplay, Tuco is considered the last hero who dealt damage to him or whose targets dealt damage to him to be his nemesis. At the end of Tuco's turn, he deals his nemesis 2 melee damage. So the cards that we have are Light Detector, ongoing. At the start of Tuco's turn, discard the top card of another active villain's deck with the smallest trash. If a one shot was discarded this way, played, otherwise Tuco deals that villain target 2 melee damage. Then Blue Sky, draw. Increase the first and second damage dealt by Tuco each turn by 1. This card is immune to damage not dealt by Tuco's nemesis. And the random thug that we got is Gonzo. Thug, reduce damage dealt to Tuco by 1. At the end of Tuco's turn, all villain targets in this player regain 1 HP. So yeah, with all of that done, let's now check with Light Detector. The smallest trash right now is either Ermine or Fight Train. We're going to choose Fight Train. Is not a target, so he hits him for a total of 4 damage because of the plus 1 he has when he says damage. Then we play. We get Spray and Pray. One shot. Tuco deals his nemesis the hero's adjacencies to them in turn order, and all targets in their play areas one projectile damage. If two or less damage are dealt this way, reduce the next damage dealt to Tuco by 2. Or sorry, two or less targets. Yeah. So that would mean Absolute Zero takes a total of 3, and then Antiquarian and Raven just take 1. At least 3 targets were dealt damage this way, so he doesn't get the DR. End of turn, he'll hit Absolute Zero for 3 because Nemesis bonus. And then all targets in this player gain 1 HP, which are all full, so it doesn't matter. That's it. Antiquarian, they're going to play. There's just Pocket Watch, Relic. You may play an additional card at the end of your play phase. If you do, this card deals itself 1 results sonic damage. Power, put up to 2 relics from your trash under both of Ages, Lore, Select, a non-indestructible relic. It becomes indestructible until the end of your next turn. Then with that, we're going to then play Daring Recitation. One shot, each player may draw 2 cards. If they do, one of their heroes deals themselves to infernal damage. The warrior is going to draw, Raven is going to draw, and Absolute is also going to draw. They all take 2 damage because of that. And then end of play phase, this card was placed, so the Pocket Watch takes 1 damage. Then we're going to use one of their base powers. Pay 4 in blood. Play a red card from your trash, and the warrior deals herself to fire damage. We're going to play the Fingers of Saint Meteorus, or Meritus. Relic, when one of your relics is destroyed, this card deals a target to psychic damage. Power, this card deals a target to psychic damage. Play or discard top card of that target's deck. Lore, Antiquarian deals a non-hero target 1 projectile damage, a target itself 1 psychic damage. So that, we draw. That's it. We play more than 1 card thanks to the Pocket Watch. And like no one, so that lets us get a token to our flight pool. And then with that, environment, we get a token. We had more tokens in the end, so that means we get play top card of one of our decks. We're going to choose Absolute Zero. So we play Frostbound Rain, one shot. Absolute Zero deals 1 on hero target 3 cold damage. Absolute Zero deals himself 3 fire damage. We're going to hit Fright Train, so that's 4 damage. He hits himself for 3. And let's that hit someone for 3 more cold damage basically. That's going to be Fight Train Seal. So that's 3. There we go. Then we play. We get a Spitfire, Wonderbolt. Instead of each player's turn, this card may deal their hero 3 sonic damage. If damage was taken this way, add a token to the hero flight pool, and the player may play an extra card during their play phase and use an extra power during their power phase. Instead of the environment turn, if no heroes took damage this way since the end of the last environment turn, remove 2 tokens from the hero flight pool. So yeah, doesn't do anything right now. End of turn, nothing happens, and we go to beat them now. Fight Train, they play Off the Rails, one shot. Fight any hero target with has HP, 3 projectile damage, destroy 1 hero target with 4 of your HP. That would be Antiquarian, so I take 4. And then there's no target with 3 of your HP, so we're good. End of turn, highest takes 4, that's Raven. And that would be it. Raven's turn, they're going to take the 3 damage to allow themselves to play an extra card, add a token here, and also use an extra power. So they're going to play Swing Line, Equipment. Power, increase the next damage dealt by the Raven by 2. You may play or destroy 1 tactic. Our face power is going to be that. We're going to increase the next damage we deal by 2. Then with that, we're going to actually destroy the strike from above. That lets us use a power. So we're going to use then the power, our base power to discard a 4, and then play a tactic. So we're going to play Into the Shadows, ongoing tactic. When this card is played, prevent the next damage dealt to Raven, then destroy all other tactic cards. When this card is destroyed, you may play 1 card. So we have at least 1 hit prevention now, which with how much high they hit this in this game, I think it's a good idea. And then with our power here, we're going to use the Boomerang to hit Fighter for a total of 5, and then hit Ermine for 2. We draw, that's it. Ermine, also we still miss the extra play, but it's not the end of the world. I believe what we is more than enough. So yeah, Ermine, they're going to play. Heavy Hitter, one shot, move a hero ongoing or equipment card from play to the top of its associated hero deck. Ermine deals a hero target with a second lowest HP, 3 melee damage. So we're going to put the swing line. Then with that, second lowest is Absolute Zero, so take 3. End of turn, we reveal. That is a one shot, so that means that they get another token. They get 2 tokens because of that, as it's played. We get a Sleight of Hand. One shot. One player must put a card from hand on the top of their deck. Ermine deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. So we're going to choose for Antiquarian to do that. Then AoE 1, and Rebels to take that damage, and this is finished. Absolute 0, they're going to take the 3 damage, and then they're going to play. First of all, they're going to play Onboard Module Installation. One shot. You may draw a card, search your deck for a module card and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck, you may play a card. So we draw, we're going to get a module, we shuffle our deck, and then we're going to play Null Point Calibration Unit, Equipment Limited Module. When absolute 0 would take all damage, you regain that many HP instead. So that's the first play. Then we're going to play Horrorfire, one shot. Absolute 0 deals for target 2 cold damage. Absolute 0 deals a second target 2 fire damage. Absolute 0 deals himself 1 cold and 1 fire damage. First of all, we do get a token, and also we get one from Spitfire themselves. So then we're going to hit Fright Train for 3, then Ermine for 2. Then we're going to deal ourselves 1 cold damage to heal, and we will deal the 1 fire damage, deal it ourselves again to not take any damage basically. Then power, we're just going to use the Elemental Wrath again to hit for 2 more damage. We draw, that's it. Tuco Salamanca. Start of turn, we check the top of any of the decks. We're going to choose, discard. We're going to choose Fright Train. We get a 1 shot, so it's played. Last stop. 1 shot, reveal the top card of the environment deck. If that target has HP, Fright Train deals the hero target has HP, exploit damage, where is the HP of that card by 2 round it down, then discard that environment card. We reveal. We do get a target, so it is discarded and highest take 2 damage increased by 1, so 3. That is Antiquarian. There we go. We then play, we get no dose. Talk. At the end of Tuco's turn, he deals the no dose 1 melee damage 3 times. Then, when no dose is destroyed, search Tuco's deck for stolen assets and put it into play, shuffling his deck afterward. Change this stolen asset selection from cards in play to cards in trash. With all of that, end of turn, the Nemesis takes a total of 4 damage because the plus ones they have. So then all targets in this pair in 1 HP. And no doses gets hit by a total of 1 damage 3 times. One of those is increased by 1, so he's exactly 4 damage. So we get to see whatever that card is. Stolen assets. 1 shot. Randomly select another and non character cards in play, which is in trash this time because of no dose. Prioritizing cards with Nemesis symbol. Move that card to Tuco's play area, change villain names on it to Tuco's Salamanca, their nemesis and hero names to Tuco's nemesis, and treat it as Tuco's cards until it leaves plays. If no card was moved this way, Tuco deals his nemesis 2 melee damage. We're going to actually, just to make this work, we're going to just randomize all the nemesis only first, and then we'll see afterwards if there's anything else. The nemesis that we're going to get is Mangrove. Nemesis. At the end of the Fight Train store, which for this is Tuco's, this card deals each hero target 1 melee damage. Then, if Tuco's Nemesis is active in this game, this card regains 1 HP. So, what that basically just means is that now this is just going to get basically the bonuses there. That hits also 0 for 2, unfortunately, because it's their Nemesis, or at least Tuco's Nemesis there. And that would be it. Antiquarian, they're not going to actually take the effect from Spitfire. They're going to play Seal of Service, going limited. When this card displays, search your deck and transform Masudi and put him into play. Shuffle your deck. You may use additional power during your power phase at the start of your turn. If Masudi is not in play, destroy this card. As now we get Masudi, Homunculus Relic. At the end of your turn, draw a card and discard a card. Power the next time you would discard a relic, put into play instead, and Masudi deals himself and that relic to infernal damage. Lord to targets deal each other when you receive infernal damage. Then, with that end of play phase, we're going to actually play a card. We're going to play the Bolt of Ages, ongoing limited. Whenever one of your relics is destroyed, you may discard a card, put a relic under this card. When this card will be destroyed, if there is a card under it, destroy one of those cards instead. Power, put a card under this card into play, you may activate a Lord text. With all of that done, this gets the 1 damage, it will be destroyed, so we're going to discard a card, put this under, and it still got destroyed, so the fingers actually get to do you a target 2 damage. We're going to choose Fight Train. Then with that, we're going to first power, going to use the Bolt of Ages to put it back into play, and then we're going to activate the Lortex. We're going to use the effect of Masudi. We're going to make Tuco and Fight Train hit itself for 1 damage, irreducible actually. So with Fight Train having a +1, that's 2 damage, and Tuco hits him for for 2 damage too because of the plus ones they have for their damage. Then second power, we're going to then use the Fingers of Meritus to hit Fright Train for 1. They hit themselves for 1 damage, which becomes 2. So that's the first one team being defeated. We draw a card. That's it. Also just realized with an error on my side. I realized we forgot to discard top, so we're going to actually start doing that now. My apologies. Now we draw. Environment, start of turn. We have 3 tokens, so one of us gets to play top. We're going to choose Absolute Zero. They get another onboard mode installation. With that, they're going to then play Impale. Ongoing, place a stone on your target. At the start of that turn, up to 0 deals that target to cool damage. If the target is played, destroy this card. We're going to play next to Ermine, so they basically get some extra damage taken a bit consistently. And we're going to make a copy to remind us that. There we go. Then we play, we get Wonderbolts Derby, training exercise. When a Vian card is played, add 1 token to the Vian flight pool. When a hero draws a card, add the 1 token to hero flight pool. At the start of the environment turn, play a second card from deck selected by Academy record this turn. If no deck was selected, play the top card of the environment deck, destroy this card. So they just get a lot more tokens, so we really want to get as many as we can. Also, for the sake of the helping Tuco be a bit more menacing, we're going to say that the Nemesis dice, well, at least that he steals will be still in play until they get removed, basically, or until they get destroyed. So for now, Man Group is going to stay. Fight Train. I start Fight Train's turn. The hero die with the highest HP deals himself 2 toxic damage. That is Antiquarian, so they take 2. That's it. Raven, we're going to let Spitfire hit them for 3. The use a token, we can play as a card and use an extra power. We're going to play Sticky Bomb, Equipment, Power. The Raven deals 1 target 1 melee damage, then the Raven deals a target 3 fire damage, then destroy this card. The second card we're going to play is Crime Scene Reconstruction. 1 shot, discard the top card of your deck, reveal and replace the top card of each deck. You may move 1 card from 1 trash to the top of each deck. So first of all, that's 1 more token for us. Then we start doing the check for everything. It won't matter much besides for Ermine, really, so it's basically just for that. We're then going to move to the top card. Then with that will be it to place. First power, we're going to use the Sticky Bond, hit for 1 and 3 damage, destroy the card. Then second power, we're going to use the Boomerang to hit for 2 damage. And we're also going to hit Tuco, so that way up to 0 doesn't die, hopefully. As now Raven becomes their nemesis. And then with that, we draw a card, which gives us another token. Ermine, they're going to play the Seer Nemesis. At the end of Ermine's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP to infernal damage. If a knight is active this game, all hero targets are immune to damage from hero targets. Which actually does also suck for Absolute Zero, so yeah, hopefully we don't have to deal with that. That card was played, so they get a token. Then after turn, the reveal is a 1-shot, so they get 2 more. Actually 3 more because of the extra one. Then we gain Long Gun, 1-shot. Each player discards 1 card, Ermine regains 3 HP. So everybody gets a discard. And she regains 3. Then we discard top card of each deck. And highest takes 2 damage, that's Darkest Antiquarian. Absolute Zero. They're unfortunately not going to get the stuff from Spitfire, that would kill them. We're going to play Thermal Shockwave. Ongoing limited, up to 0 deals up to 3 targets, 1 cold damage each. Actually no, they're going to actually take it, now that I think about it, because that will give a token here. The extra playing power will help him a lot as we play Thermal Shockwave. First of all, 2 damage to Ermine. Now we actually play it. Ongoing limited, power up to 0 deals up to 3 targets, 1 cold damage each. Up to 0 deals himself X fire damage, where X is the total amount of cold damage dealt by X to 0 this turn. Then second play is going to be Horfire, 1-shot. Up to 0 is 1 target, 2 cold damage. Up to 0 is the second target, 2 fire damage. Up to 0 deals himself 1 cold and 1 fire damage. We're also going to have a counter to remind how much cold damage we've been doing this turn because it will matter. So first of all, he hits himself for 2. Then it's going to hit for second target, Ermine. Then hits himself for 1 cold. and one fire, which then he's going to hit himself with one cold afterward. He has been dealing 2 cold damage so far because of Ermine. The hit of Ermine is start of turn. So then with that, first power, they're going to use the Thermal Shockwave, hit itself for 1 to heal, hit Ermine for 1, and also going to hit Gonzo for 1. So that's 2 more damage. Then he hits himself for 4, which immediately heals him. So there we go. Then he's going to hit Ermine for 2 more damage. And draw a card, that's 1 more token. Tuco Storm. Start of turn, the first discard top card of Ermines. That is not an one shot, so they hit him for 3. They get rid of one of the plus ones. We play, we get Sudden Violence. One shot. Tuco deals the OAV entire with the most cards in trash, 2 melee damage. Based on from Tuco's deck or trash, by throws in trash. If it was played from deck, shuffle it, change it targeting, selecting from Sudden Access from in play to in trash. So he hits Ermine for 3 more damage. And we get stolen assets again, once more changing deck play from trash. So let's see. There is one target, it's exactly a nemesis, so they steal it. It is equity, nemesis. End of Ermine's turn, Tuco's turn this time. This card deals the hero type with second highest HP to melee damage. If Tuco's nemesis is active this game, increase the damage dealt by this card by 2. So that's actually quite bad. Then with all of that, that's it. End of turn, we deal the nemesis a total of 3 damage, since at least all the other issues are gone. All targets in this player gain 1 HP. Also, that should get 3 more tokens actually because of the stuff because the stall technically played it. So yeah, that's 3 cards. We're not getting the stuff there unfortunately. Then with that, AoE 1 that destroys this relic. We cannot discard, so it's just destroyed. This regains 1 HP. Then second highest takes 4 damage. That would be Raven. And that's it. Antiquarian's turn. First of all, they're going to take the 3 damage from Spitfire because if I count things right, that should be enough to let us get this. As thanks to so we should be able to get at least a tie, worst case. So skip play power. We're going to use first of all we're going to use effect from Matsui first for the power. The next time we will scare relic, we put into play instead and deal himself the relic to infernal damage. Then with that, we're going to use the first power on Darkest Antiquarian, Trinkets and Bolt Blessed. Discard top 4 cards of your deck, draw a card. So 1, 2, that's a relic, so it enters play. Then these 2 take 2 damage. So we get the Grimoire of Malik, relic. The first time each turn you will draw a card each turn. You may activate a lore text instead. Power, draw 3 cards, discard a card. Lore, Antiquarian deals X targets, X fire damage, where X is 1 plus the number of cards under Bout of Ages, discard yourself to fire damage. We then second power we're going to use the Grimoire, draw 3 cards, discard a card. To the first card we're just going to draw the 3. Then discard 1, that's 3 more tokens here. And we'll be fine for hopefully. Not exactly what I was playing, but it's just better I guess. Then for the final power, we're just going to use ourselves 2 damage and play the Fingers of Saint Meteorus again. That gives us more mid shields at the very least. And then we draw a card. We get a final token. That's it then. End of turn, we draw a card and discard a card. And that would be all. Environment, we have just enough. So we remove the tokens and we can play basically top 2 cards. Oh no, it has to be top from 2 hero deck, so we can choose up to 0. We get Modern Realignment, 1 shot, select 1 equipment card from your trash and put it into play or into your hand. Up to 0 deals himself 1 fire and 1 cold damage. There's no equipment, so we just hit ourselves for basically heal 1. Then second, we get Fuel Freeze. 1 shot, destroy up to 3 ongoing cards. Up to 0 deals each non-hero target X cold damage, where X is the number of ongoing cards destroyed this way. We're going to destroy the Constant Prado, the Lie Detector. Also into the Shadows, that lets us play a card. We're going to play Sticky Bomb, and that lets us deal an AoE 3. So we're going to first hit for this side Tuco, becomes their nemesis, but that then lets us destroy the blue sky, so he loses the damage increase. And there we go. Then this gets destroyed. We play Lightning Dust, Cadet. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the Three hero targets with the highest HP, or sorry, the three targets on itself with the highest HP, one Sonic and two lightning damage, then add two tokens to ability and fightful. If this card has zero fewer HP when destroyed by hero card, add three tokens to the hero flightful. With all of that, end of turn, three highest are Tuco, the Seer, and also Mangrove. So they take 3 damage basically. Tuco only takes 1, and that's it. Villain, first of all, Fight Train makes Atsushio hits himself for 2 damage. Now she's going to be Raven. Then with that, Raven's turn, they're not going to use the extra thing. They're going to play another swing line and then power. Going to use the boomerang to hit Ermine for 2, incapacitating them. So this is now removed. And also hit Tuco for 1, so now they're their nemesis. They're just going to do that. Then that's it. First draw. Then Ermine, the incapacity effect, the staff Ermine starts get up to cards of each hero deck. So up to 0, they're going to play Field Freeze, destroy the Bolt of Ages, Seal of Service, and also to finish it off, Terminal Shockwave. That will let him deal on hero targets 3 damage. That destroys this nemesis who is Gonzo, and leaves Equity at 1 HP. Also makes it so this is gone and hits him for 3 damage, becoming the new nemesis. Then hits these two for 3 damage. And then power, we're going to just use Metal Wrath to get rid of Equity. So there we go. Everything has been at least cleaned off. Alright, Villain took a turn. They no serve turn. We play. Stolen assets, there's nothing to hit, so they just hit their nemesis for 3 damage total. And then end of turn, they hit him for 3 more. That is beats up to 0, so that's it. He did the best there, to be honest. Antiquarian, they're going to play Curator's Legacy, ongoing limited. Reduce damage dealt to Antiquarian and your relics by 1. So 1 DR, which would have been nicer earlier, to be honest. Then power, we're just going to use the Fingers of Saint Meritus, hit for 2 damage, become the new nemesis. And then with that, we discard top, we draw. End of turn, we draw a card and discard a card. And that's it. Villain, the fight will basically just remove some tokens and we play top card of Tuco's deck since it's the only one available. We get Try the Product, 1 shot. If lose case in play, increase damage dealt by Tuco by 1 till the end of the next environment turn. If lose case isn't in play, put into play wherever it is, shuffle Tuco's deck. So we basically just get it back, which is not the best right now. Then with all of that, nobody used the Star of Turns, so we lose 2 tokens from Fight Pool. We don't have any anyways. We play. We get Vapor Trail and Sky Stinger. Cadet. End of the environment turn, add a token to the hero flight pool if it has fewer tokens than the villain flight pool. If no token is added this way, the hero with the fewest cards in hand draw a card. This card itself to resolve sonic damage. So yeah. End of turn, the 3 targets on itself take 3 damage. That will be Tuco. So, and also, funny enough, Vapor Trail and Spitfire. So they take 3 each. And then we get 2 tokens to the villain flight pool. And we get 1 for the hero flight pool thanks to Vapor Trail Cinder, which are now at 1 HP. Alright. Fright Train, highest deals itself 2 damage. That's Antiquarian, who only takes 1. That's it. Raven, they're not going to take the effect from Spitfire. They're going to play Sticky Bomb, then use its power to hit Tuco for 1, and then get this to hit them for 4 more. This gets destroyed. We draw. Ermine's turn. We discard top card of 2 cards of each deck. And then Absolute 0. And we're just going to make it so Tuco hits himself for 1 damage, becomes 2 because of the damage increases, and that's it. Tuco, they play, spray and pray. He just incapacitates Raven, and then hits Antiquarian for 1 damage because of the damage increase. That's it. He only hit 2 targets, so he gets to the for next damage taken. Alright. End of turn, the nemesis would take damage, but they cannot since they're incapacitated already, so that's it. Antiquarium, they're going to play Trusty Whip, Equipment Limited. When this character is played, you may destroy a non-target environment card. Power, destroy an ongoing card or draw 2 cards, destroy this card. Power, Antiquarian deals 1 target to melee damage. If Masu is in play, he deals a target 1 infernal damage. We're going to use the power to just draw 2 cards, then destroy this card. Power phase, we're just going to hit Tuco for 2. Doesn't actually deal damage, but it gets rid of the token. Then we get discard top. That's it. Draw. And after we draw a card and discard a card. And that's it. Environment, we have to play top card of the villain deck. We get some violence. There is basically nothing. They would play a card from trash, from stolen assets, but I hit their nemesis because there are no other villains to hit. So the nemesis is basically not available. So that's basically it. So yeah, that's it. Please, not bad. We lose 2 tokens here. Lightning does hits for 2 and 1 here, and we'll say 2 of the targets here. So the Teresa is going to take the damage there. Now we play. We get 500 laps. I start off each turn, put the top card of the associated deck into play. I start off the environment turn, destroy this card. Then now Lightning does hits Tuco for 3. Try the blue sky and fails, and also will try the pocket watch and fail. And paper trail and Lightning. This is the tokens, and paper trail is on token and disappear. That's it. Fright Train. The Antiquarian hits off for 1. Then that's all. Raven. We're going to use a power. Let use the power on Fingers of San Meritus to hit Tuco for 2 damage. Discard top card of their deck. Then with that, Ermine, we discard top card of the hero deck, so only Antiquarian. Then Absolute 6 Freedom, Absolute 0 Freedom 6 will make 2 hits off for 1 damage. It's increased by 1. We barely win this, as I said, at the end of Tuco Salamanca's turn. The highest HP and target deals themselves 1 toxic damage and increase the next damage dealt by 3. But yeah, that's it. I would say it's actually one of the harder team villains. It doesn't. It may just be because of it being given enough time to actually build up a good fight, but it works quite well with the gimmick of similar cases of Greaser, but more catchy, trying to make you spread out the damage so the same person can get hit constantly. It does have a bit of the problem that because of that same problem, it can end up a bit too strong, or it's strong you actually don't spread it up well enough, which so far they haven't because of how this game is, as we want to keep it alive until the very end. So it may be easier in other games when you actually know how to deal with him. So yeah, that's. Let's see if we miss any cards. 1970s Pontage Lemons. Vehicle. React the first damage dealt to Tuco each turn to this card. After a hero deals damage to this card, Tuco changes his nemesis to that hero. Sun Interrogation. If Light Detector is in play, put it into play wherever it is. Shuffle Tuco's deck. Discard top 2 cards of the highest HP villain's deck twice, other than Tuco. For each one choice card is 1, increase that villain's next damage dealt by 1. The Cousins. Top Nemesis. When Cousins enter play, the hero with the highest HP is their nemesis. At the end of Tuco's turn, the Cousins deals their nemesis 1 projectile damage twice. And that would be all. Once more, as said, this is a quite difficult villain. Once more, I would actually put it in the same level as maybe a bit lower, but still around the same level as Ambuscade and Baron Blade for Team Villain versions. So it does show the difficulty if you want to try it, which I think it's good, even if Team Villains do need sometimes the more easy options to actually work around the multiple things you have to deal with. Having actually big threats is important, I'd say, in the end. So yeah. Once again, thanks for watching. Sentinels the Multiverse is owned by Great Games. Please support the official release, no matter how difficult it may be now. If you want to search for Darkest Antiquarian, is on Artifact Comics. Wonderbolts Academy is on Walker's One Workbench. And Tuco Salamanca is made by Elnath in Elnath Sentinels the Multiverse Deck Collection, but it's not available right now in that table. So if you want to search for it, it's on Sentinels of the Workshop. Once more, thanks for watching. Goodbye.